What's the appeal for you of working on a comedy?
Well, it didn't really occur to me that it was, what people describe as a comedy these days. I mean, it came to me with that title, but when I read it, it was a very dense narrative, and if you took away a lot of the absurdity, you would still have left a very strong, simple detective story, that has things to, keep people guessing, etc., etc. But on top of that, then you build this world out of that story, around that story. You pick a point in history where certain decisions were made at a governmental level that just corrupted America's future. And, then you put two sliding, shambolic characters into that place, and see how they cope.
Who is it?
Messenger service. Mr. March, we're gonna play a game.
I think you have the wrong house.
When I first read it, man, I thought I was reading it a certain way, and then I was given a list from the studio about potential co-stars, and I read through that list, and I went, okay, if they're talking about these guys, then obviously I've read it the wrong way, But then when I first talked to Shane about it, the first thing out of his mouth was Ryan Gosling, because he could feel probably that I was taking a step backwards, And that was to me, that was perfect, okay. I know the kid's work, he's really strong, I've met him, I know we share a sense of humor. Intuitively, I think we're gonna be able to make this really work well,
A couple of people I trust say you're pretty good at this. I want you to find Amelia.
You're the guy who beat up my dad.
Sucker punched your dad.
So to me, whether it's the harshest drama or the biggest, epic thing, it's always about the story. What's the story, And this has a great story.
Something funny's going on.
What made Ryan and Russell the right actors for this film?
I think the operative word there is actors. I mean, we have a tradition here to fulfill. We have a legacy to uphold, and that's the Private Eye movie, which has to have a real thread of mystery to it, a real sense of a heartfelt and organic relationship between the two guys. So you can't just pluck two comedians, it seems to me. You'll get funny for the moment, for the period in which the film is made, you'll have that momentary laugh. But what you won't get is a film that's true to a tradition, a long-standing legacy of real private eye stories with real characters. And then they're funny, too. These guys are hilarious. But, they're also heartfelt.
Were you surprised by how good their comic timing was?
No. Good actors can do anything. They can do anything.
I mean, they did really like each other a lot, which is really pretty great, and that was pretty exciting. I mean, they're very generous with each other. That was great, and just seeing how the audience responds to it, you can feel the connection, and the audience responds to that.